Hello, everyone, and welcome to another VanHack success case. I'm Ilya, and I'm super excited to be joined by Vitor, who is a VanHacker who's been hired in Berlin and has been living there for a week now as a front-end developer, React developer. He's got a lot of experience to share with us. So, hi, Vitor. How are you doing?
Yeah, hello. So yeah, I'm doing great. I've been here for a week now, and I'm totally surprised now by the city, by the company, by everything. It's everything great.
Cool. You're having some cultural shock, I guess, in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, it's really different because I was from Brazil, and it's night day difference here.
Cool. Well, let's get into your professional background. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you work with? Just a little bit of the basics.
Okay, yeah. So I am a front-end developer. I've been working with some startups in Brazil for like 3 years, and in this time I was actually doing a lot of stuff with new frameworks like Angular and React, and build applications mostly for the educational business. So for the past 3 years I was working in this startup called Agenda Kids, and I was joining the startup in the early beginning with we had at that time I think 10 clients, and now it's a 500,000 of users using the app. So
Wow.
this is a great number to share. And yeah, this is a little bit about my background here. And yeah, right now I'm working with Opinory. It's a company here in Berlin, and so far it's really good.
Awesome. So let's talk about your maybe motivation or kind of journey of moving abroad. When did you start having this idea to move abroad? And how was the experience kind of maybe before? And then once you joined VanHack, how was the experience with VanHack?
Yeah, I think for the last year, the beginning of the last year, I decided, okay, I need this global experience. And I mean, we work with technology, so this is kind of big thing for me. I really want to have those experiences since I was a kid. So for the last year, I was struggled so much trying to find a job abroad, and I was not able to do so. And in the beginning of this year, I joined VanHack, and the things started moving because I received so much insights and how to work with my resume, how to keep my English getting better and better and better,
Mhm.
and how to present myself in the interview. So this has helped me a lot.
That's cool. That's awesome to hear. So let's talk about the interview. So how was your process with Opiniory? What was the interview process like? Just kind of for people to understand how they can also prepare for a good interview.
Yeah, so I I was doing a lot of interviews at the time, and the thing that was most harder for me, I guess, is I didn't have a degree. I still didn't have a degree, so the process of opinioning was quite different, because the first interview I was just talking with the Stephen, the CEO or CTO for the company, and I was truly completely honest about my situation. So I was just talking about new technologies and my motivation to learn new things every day. So I think this has truly helped me, because the first two interviews was just talking about technology and try to figure out what is my motivation to keep growing and growing. And this is one thing that truly me helped me. It was completely honest about everything. And I showed really that I want to become a better developer every day and try to learn new things every day also.
Very cool. So that was the first interview, and it went well. How was, like, did you have a technical test? How was the rest of the process?
Yeah, actually, so at the time that I was having this interview, I also have another job proposal. So I also have a tight schedule for another meeting. So I
Mhm.
told this to Stephen, that was really excited about having me in the company. So the next day I was talking with the CEO of the company, Cornelius. And again, it's just a conversation about the process and the company culture, and how is opinion really works, if I have the what it takes to be an employee to the company or not, and my about my motivation. And the final one was a technical conversation, was just explain everything that Opiniory does, which kind of frameworks, which kind of technologies did I need to learn, or did I have the background.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was just technical questions about React and CSS and the another technologies.
Cool. So hold on. You got 2 job offers from VanHack.
Yeah. It was great because I was able to choose which kind of job I wanted. So yeah, I had two proposals.
Cool. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, and I mean, I know what the other company is, so I can say it's also in Berlin, right? So two job offers in the same city. Very
Yeah,
cool.
it was amazing because last year I tried to find a job the whole year. It's not working for me, and then all of a sudden when I joined VanHack, the things start moving so fast. And one day I wake up, oh, you had 2 job offers in Berlin. This is crazy.
Life changing.
Yeah, totally.
Cool, man. Cool. So, how's it been? I mean, first, let's talk about the city. So, you've moved. You've been there for a month, and yeah, a week. How's been the first week? Adjusting to the food, the temperature, the culture, and then we can talk about the job itself. So, how was the city?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can't speak for all the Brazilians that are kind of worried about the German people because everybody say the German people, it's kind of, we in Brazil, we are really hot and welcome to everything. So here, it's not the case. Here, everyone, it's really great. It's really kind people. I'm really so happy to be here because, as I told you, the temperature, it's kind of tricky. You have to get used to it, but just buy a winter jacket and you're gonna be fine. And the city is beautiful. I mean, it's really beautiful. Every place that I look at, it's a piece of history. So it's great. I mean, the food, it's different from Brazil, but again, you can get used to it with everything. This seems to me like a really good place to live.
Yeah. So, having spent 10 months in Berlin, I can definitely agree. It's a great city. Lots of culture, lots of history, many things to do. So, yeah, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun, and anyone else who moves there as well. So, very cool. So, you actually have been working for the company for about a month or 2 remotely, right?
Yeah.
So, how was that transition working remotely, and then now you're in person? What are your impressions so far?
I mean, the company was really good with me because at the first we have a different time zones. It's 5 hours different. So the first month was kind of hard for me to get used to it, but the people in the company asked their schedules to be okay with my schedule. So this is kind of crazy. A whole company adjust to be able to have me in the daily meetings and the planning stuff. So yeah, it was great because I was working from home and I also was able to get all the insights from the CTO, the CEO, to how the things works on the daily basis. And one week here, it's been much better to be here and have instant feedback with all the things and be able to ask questions and meet the people in person.
Very cool. Very cool. And yeah, so you're having fun. You're learning a lot in your job. Yeah, I guess what technologies are you guys working with right now?
Yeah, we work with React and Redux a lot, and the product it's about it's a product to it's a widget that we sell to the publishers, and have our sorts of machine learning aspects in the background. So in the front end, we work mostly with React Redux stuff, and in the back end, we work with Python. So
very cool.
It's a good experience because I'm going to be able to learn both.
Awesome. Always be learning. That's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. So how about we just finish off with a couple tips you might have for other people who are, on this journey, other Van hackers who are maybe a few months behind where you are. Or just starting out looking for a job, or they've been looking for a job for a long time and might be frustrated. What would you say to yourself a year ago?
Yeah. So first thing, you need to fail sometimes. I mean, this is the thing that helped me a lot, because each interview that I have that I did in the past, that was so great because I have a lot of feedback from everyone and I was able to improve myself. So don't worry, we're gonna get there eventually. So you need to get the interviews and you need to learn from your mistakes. And also another thing for the developer aspect, I think that having a GitHub profile and be active on the communities and in the GitHub profile helps a lot, because this was one thing that I was able to show to the company early, that I have a lot of interest in the community. I mean, I'm part of the GDG from Brazil, the Google developer groups, and I also manage a lot of community stuff. So I have a lot of open source code that I can show to the CTO. So this has truly helped me to get across the technical interview.
Very cool. Yeah, no, GitHub and being active on that is super important, actually. I think that's something that people definitely don't do enough. And if you have private code, just, take some and find some project you can do to create open source. Just have something. It's better than nothing, for sure.
Yeah. And you need to show your skills, like you say, because I see a lot of good people that it's good developers, but they actually don't show to another people their skills. So this is one thing that you get used to it and learn how to do it. It's going to help you a lot.
Great. Awesome. And again, your experience with VanHack, any recommendation for people about that?
I mean, I think the VanHack was crucial for me, because in the beginning, I was so afraid to have those technical interviews and have this one-to-one meetings with you guys. Helped me a lot to get more prepared to how act in an interview, how to learn about the process, how to get better from this. So this is one thing that I like it a lot, is you guys helping in each process, each step. So this is it's truly good.
Cool. Awesome to hear. Well, thanks so much, Victor, for sharing your experience with everyone. Enjoy Berlin. I'll be there soon, so we can meet in person. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, keep on van hacking. And for everyone who watched this video, please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're looking for jobs abroad, just check out vanhack.com for more information and sign up there with a free profile. Awesome, Victor. We'll see you soon then. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.